أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشتد به أزري ويشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا Okay. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. I would like to make a comment on a hadith, but we are not going to read, so I don't need the glass today. We may read if we finish the subject. If we don't, we can stay. But I will tell you the hadith maybe in the middle, not at the beginning. This word is the word of similitude. And we have to try to understand the reality of the things mostly by analogy. Because really we cannot comprehend the reality of the things directly. It is almost impossible. We can speculate, but not really. So through the analogy, we can make sense of it. So I would like to use an analogy of an artist. It's a typical analogy that I really like it. In this world, what we see, a man is an artist, maybe an artist, and let's say drawing a picture or painting. He gets the paper or canvas and gets the paint and paints a painting, but this painting has canvas and painting plus he's an artist, good artist, not like me. Plus, what do we say? He's painting something. What do we see in the painting? Painting?
The weave.
Sorry?
The weave.
You see the art? You see the
art.
Mastery of
art. We see art. So, of course, this is just an example, and I will, inshallah, expand this example as much as possible. Art is there. And is there any relationship between the art in the painting and the artist?
Yes.
Yeah. But which kind of relationship we can see or we can detect, we can deduce? Don't jump. But there is a relationship. We experience that because we are observing that this person got the canvas and the paint, different colors of paints, and used his ability and manifested his ability on the painting. It is strange, quite strange. We have to think deeply that the relationship between the artist and the painting is somehow difficult to communicate. For example, if we have not seen any example of an artist who is drawing or painting, and when we see that the painting, we will say, the canvas I know, painting I know, but the art, what is that? But the art, what is it? I like it, I communicate with the art, and what is that? How can, to what, or to, maybe to say to whom is too early. To what I can attribute the art to? I don't know. I say there is an art here, and after observing the example, this painting and the artist, we know that, definitely there is an art manifested on the painting by the artist. So let's say, please. So let's expand this relationship between the artist and the painting to, for example, the singer to the song. Of course, we know that waves in the atmosphere, we know that it's there, and we also know that there is a singer, and we also know that this voice that I hear is not only ordinary only an ordinary voice. It has an art. I enjoy it. I appreciate it. So let's go further. We may experience, for example, which kind of arts? Tell me some other kinds of art. Sorry. Photography. Also, you know that there is a person, a conscious being, who manifested his art on the photography. What else? Poetry. Yeah. When we read a piece of poetry, so in the poem, what we see, not only the words, but the art of the poet manifested there. Of course, we have to keep in mind asking this question always. How can I, how can I relate the manifested art to the artist, although I am absolutely sure and I am observing that there is an artist out there, here, and there is an art out there in my observable world, right? The relation is very difficult because can anybody speculate on why it is very difficult, although we see it? Because we believe, we confirm, we are sure that I have seen the artist really painting it. And the singer is singing the song. I can hear it. Although I am absolutely sure of the source of the art in my observable and experiential, perceivable world, this relations is very difficult to establish. We shouldn't take it for granted that, of course, this is the art, it did it, but how can I relate the art, the ability of the person on the toile or on the CD recorded the song? How can I relate it? Think about it. It's extremely difficult. Why do you think it is extremely difficult to relate it. It means, let's put it in a general terms. Now I'm being very basic. The qualities of a person, in the example, as a person, manifested on the piece of art, for example, architecture, for example, sculpture, manifesting. What else? Let's say an engineer, and making these tools for us. We know that some qualities manifested on the matter that I am experiencing out there, and it is within my vision, perception, that the man is making it. That is no problem. Not the problem, but the point we have to be extremely careful lies here. How we human beings relate the manifested qualities to the source of the qualities. How do we relate it? Because I saw you singing, that's why I say, this is a beautiful song, I love it, and the singer is very talented. Okay. But what is the relationship between the singer and the song? How can I establish it? How can I realize it? How can I really, for example, if I had never experienced the quality, the source of the quality manifested on an object, that I can see the manifested quality, which is art, right? But if I have never experienced the source of this quality, is there any way for any human mind to relate this manifested quality to a source, which is artist, in our example? Is there any way that it is coming from an artist? Sorry. Because I have never experienced that these qualities are coming from materially existent beings which have external existence, like an artist, like a painter, like a architecture, like a singer, like a poet, etc. That's a very difficult question. Actually, it is not a difficult question in reality, but we never deliberate on it. We never think that the relationship between the art and artist is not an easy one. Because why? Yeah.
Because it comes from the essence of the artist, which is untangible for me to perceive when I'm looking at it.
That is quite close. Now, essence of the source of the quality is absolutely, infinitely different from the essence of the art. Essence of the art. What do I mean by this? One of them is a human being, conscious being who has free will, chooses, decides, yes? The essence of the source of this human being has a completely different just a minute. The word didn't come to my mind. Category. I don't want to use the dimension. Because although we can explain it, but it's more complicated. It is existence. The human existence has another dimension than the art itself. Singer is a different category of existence. Song is a completely different category of existence. Right? One of them is a human being, conscious being. The other one is canvas and paints, different different colors of paints. One of them is a human being. The other one is a wave, air waves coming to hitting your ear. Now, it doesn't mean that one of them is not unperceivable, is it right word? Unconceivable. The other one is conceivable. Anyway, you can just experience the art. You cannot really materially conceive it. But what we are talking here is a very simple example, different category of existence. One of them is a human being, the other one is a piece of paper or wavelengths or a stone or a photograph, a paper or in a digital form, something, electric forms of accumulation of electric photons. This word, as far as the manifested, the category of the manifested art are concerned, I think I know. Not only beautiful picture, some sort of arts that we talk, for example, taste. For example, purpose. In this world, what we see, order, balance, meaningful, right? Meaningful, the things are meaningful. You can list these qualities almost to the infinitum. Now, let's use this example. Do we all satisfied that there are at least two, but maybe more, but at least two different categories of existence that is for us, even in this world, these two different categories existed in an observable world that we can experience. Or the connecting between the two categories of existence is very difficult, but it doesn't mean that it is impossible. Maybe to explain it in terms of what we are experiencing in this type of existence is difficult. Explain is difficult, not in reality that it is difficult to understand. So we emphasized, we can always pay attention to the difference between the existence of a thing and essence of that thing. Although we cannot really perceive the essence of the relationship between the artist and the art, we cannot explain the essence of this interaction, but we can comfortably and with no doubt, with the full of satisfaction of our heart, that this relationship definitely exists. Right? Can we conclude this, and are we comfortable about this conclusion? Yeah? Are you really? Do you have any further question about this conclusion? I will just recap the conclusion. Although we can see the existence of the relationship between two different categories of existence, maybe two different the objects which exist in different dimensions. For example, two-dimensional things don't have any height. So three-dimensional things have height, but you can add a fourth dimension type to it and see the objects are moving. Right. For example, if somebody has no ability to see the third dimension, it cannot really perceive the essence of the third dimension, because he has no sense, no capability to conceive the third dimension or the fourth dimension. Let's say there is there may be a creature. It may sound a little bit hard to grasp, but it's very easy. Inshallah, I've been thinking about it and make it as easy as possible so that we can understand and confirm and have a satisfied heart about it. So the relationship between the source of the art, and the art itself is very difficult to establish, because not because we cannot understand the relationship between art and artist, or the qualities and the source of the qualities. It is impossible. No, we can approve it, we can understand, we can confirm the existence of this relationship, but when it becomes difficult when we concentrate on understanding the essence of this relationship. Because we cannot understand the essence of this relationship. We have to make room. Yeah, if you don't mind, sister. Take one.
I'm okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So we have been given the example of the artist and the art. We see in this word is a very quickly recap what we have been talking. We see in this word comfortably that an artist, for example, a painter is painting, and a singer is singing, and I don't know, a poet is writing a poem. We can see that. Now we are concentrating on not the impossibility of it, but difficulty, where the difficulty rises from. The relationship between the source of the quality, that a human being, and what is manifested there in the form of an art, which is manifested quality. It means art. So we know, we experience it, we see that a man is drawing or painting. We see that a man or woman is singing. An architect is really a sculpture, for example. Sculpturer is really giving a shape to the stone or any kind of stone. So anything, whatever it is, or stone or any other metal, whatever. So we know through our experience that this man is making it. engineering, for example, we know that an engineer is really drawing the relationships or connections between electrical connections, whatever, the hardware or the software of the computer, and here is the art, quality. We know that, we see it, but if we had never experienced that a person is drawing or painting, but if we see only the painting itself, is it easy to relate the painting to the source of the art? It means artist here, or painter. We know that if there is an art out there, there must be a source of it. But if we have never experienced it, the man and the person, the source of the quality, and what is observable in this world, we cannot really perceive the essence of this relationship. We cannot really comprehend the essence of this relationship. A man is singing. I understand a man is singing. I've seen it, but it is difficult to relate the essence of the art manifested in the song, or the essence of the art manifested in a painting. How can I relate the art to the man, conscious being who is making it? Although I am not able to relate these two different beings, art and artist, but I am absolutely sure that the art is coming from an artist. Right?
Right.
So far? So, but the essence is imperceivable, inconceivable. That was our argument. The reason was the categorical differences in existence. One of them is a conscious being, human being. The other one is canvas and paintings, different paintings. One of them is a singer, a human being, conscious human being. The other one is waves of air. Right? But I can perceive the art there. So, although I am seeing that the singer is really singing the song, but the relationship is almost, maybe not almost, really impossible for me to establish. The essence of this relationship is impossible to establish. Right? So, but the existence of this relationship is very easy. Definitely there is a relationship. Although I may not know the artist, but I am absolutely sure that there is an artist or manifested itself in the form of an art. So, Tariq, you wanted to ask a question, if you still wanted to ask it. No.
Is it possible to have like a concrete example? So like you have someone writes a poem.
Yeah.
Right? And the poem is tragic or something.
Whatever.
Or
Yeah.
romantic.
Well, if you see any art, we are talking about the qualities only. Yeah.
You're saying that it's not possible to directly then say that the artist is going through a tragic thing in life.
Well, none of our business. No, we are talking about the manifested quality and the source of the quality. So whatever, we are not talking about the essence of the artist, because we cannot. Even the essence of the art, we cannot. You know, but I may like a song, the other person may not like it.
Right.
So it is how do you say, out of our discussion. We are just, whether you like any kind of art, A or B or C or D, whatever, do you see any qualities manifested in this world?
So what's the quality then?
In any quality, according to you, you appreciate that, for example, there is a design on this carpet, whether you like it or not, whatever. That is a conscious design. You relate it to a conscious being, but the essence of this relationship between the carpet and the design on the carpet and a person is impossible, because carpet has another category of existence than the person who made the carpet or the design. He has, or this person, another category. So this, we know that it is made by a human being throughout experience. Doesn't matter whether we know it or we don't know it. For example, if I didn't know it, still I wouldn't be able to relate the design to the person, the designer. I wouldn't really relate it. I wouldn't know really the essence of this relationship at all. That is the key point that we have to keep in mind. Whether I saw it or I didn't see it, doesn't matter. I cannot really establish the essence of this relationship. But I know the existence of this relationship.
So there's something connecting this to the artist. But what can we say?
So somebody, for example, had a will to do this because it's a conscious action, and this source must be a conscious being who has a choice that he preferred this one rather than that one, who put the blue here and the brown or whatever this color is, red or orange color there, and make the design like this. But it's a preference.
Yeah, purposefulness. Probably what you're looking for is that there is a purpose, some message is being conveyed in the work. Also, I was thinking as you were talking, subject and object. Artist is a subject and artwork is object.
So different categories of existence. Different categories of existence. That's what we are concentrating on. That's why we cannot relate it and really put it into concrete terms, the relationship between the art and artist.
I don't know, perhaps I'm not understanding this analogy fully, because I'm going to use photography as an example just because I studied photography. But, for example, we do know that the photograph comes from a photographer, right, from an artist. However, I do think you can relate it, at least because every artist or every photographer has a unique voice.
Yeah.
And that unique voice is what connects that photograph to the artist. You can tell that photograph is from this particular artist because of the way it was taken.
The essence of the relationship cannot be. Essence of the relationship, it means really. Okay. Essence of the relationship means you can understand the quality. How comfortable there? Maybe here? Or I understand.
But is not the essence like the voice of the artist?
No, I'm not saying that we cannot make the distinction between the art and there is the relationship. The quality of the art may tell me which kind of artist has made it, but what is this relationship? For example, if you have never experienced, if you have seen in this world that an art is performed by a man, what would you do? Because why not? We cannot really. Why can we not relate these two? Then we say there is a relationship, but there is a relationship, there must be, but the essence of which I have no idea of. Right? So, this is what we are experiencing in this world. We are human beings. Of course, we shouldn't misunderstand. This is just a word of similitude. So we should be careful not to misunderstand and misinterpret this reality, because what we are seeing here is given to us as an opportunity, as a means of experience to know or to how to really understand the relationship between this world and this is the work of art. I mean, we see that there is some sort of art going on here. We cannot really say that this is completely chaotic and meaningless. Any levels of existence, you can say, for example, the stars, then atmosphere and mountains, the earth and stone and water, and then come to plants, animals, human beings, and maybe other different kinds of creatures, whatever we are experiencing in this world. This is just an example for us that we can make the similitude between two different categories of existence, so that we can try to interpret or understand the difference between the difference of categories of existence between this world and its source. Do you see what I mean? For example, as we are looking at the painting in the first example, now we are looking at the universe. And in this universe, what is it? There are clouds and stars and, big, huge planets and mountains and the earth, water, sea, ocean, whatever. And they have good qualities, interesting characteristics, and then plants, and then animals, and then human beings. Of course, something special with the human beings. We will talk about it. Human beings, as we are given which kind of qualities? Material existence, body, atomic structure that in our body, and what is? Power to see, power to think, power to relate, power to memorize or remember what happened in the past, power to imagine what will happen in the future, power to analyze the things, power to ask the questions, and ability to question your own existence. It means consciousness. I don't know whether there are other creatures or not, that they are aware of their own existence or not. None of my business. I'm responsible for myself. I'm thinking of myself. And I have to figure out what my responsibilities are in this world. As far as I am concerned, I have an extremely, extremely interesting and beautiful quality of consciousness. Consciousness of my own existence. Consciousness of the existence of other things. I know that the machine exists and You, I don't know about you, but Salih exists. So you exist, So Hamza exists, Salih exists, and I don't know, I know that this word exists, I am conscious of it. But we said that, how can I relate this consciousness? It is with me, that's it, I'm experiencing it. I'm not questioning the essence of these qualities, but I am aware of the existence of these qualities. Right? You didn't mind this here. So I'm sure you really. So, I know the existence of these qualities, and I know the existence of my consciousness, although I don't know the essence of my consciousness. I don't mind. If I didn't know the essence of my consciousness, it is not the prime concern for me at the moment. But what my prime concern is for me at the moment, I am conscious of the existence of everything outside world. I am conscious of the existence of my own being and my own qualities. I am conscious of the existence of my consciousness. What is that? I know that I'm conscious of my being. And all the qualities, all the eyes and smell and taste and thinking and worrying, loving, getting excited, planning, gaining something, owning something, disowning something, escaping from dangers, all endless qualities I have, and I'm conscious of it. Right? Now, I said at the beginning that we are going to study a hadith, the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. I said in the middle of our discussions, I will reveal this hadith. It's a very famous hadith. The authenticity of the hadith is not important, but the meaning is really true. So you may be able to question the authenticity. I don't care. Really, I don't care. Does it really make sense for me? And can I really approve the meaning? The hadith says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ خَلَقَ الْآدَمَ فِي صُورَةِ الرَّحْمَةِ. It's a very common concept. Exists in era, not only within Islamic tradition or the faith tradition, or in other faith traditions also. Very simply, they say God created human beings in His own image. In this particular hadith, God created Adam. Adam represents all human beings. In the Quran, when He says Adam, it means, when you read it, it means Hamza. When Tariq reads it, it means Tariq. Yet when I read it, it means Ali. So, Inna Allah, verily Allah created Ali, Fi Surat al-Rahman. Rahman represents here merciful God. It means, I am created with the ability. But we have to be very careful about this translation, this understanding. God created me in His own image. I look like a God. Do you think? No, I'm a created being ready to die. So, subject to continuous change. That is obvious that I cannot sustain my life. I am not the source of any kind of existence at all. I am just enjoying what I have been given. That's very simple. So, all right. So, not in His own image, it means image. It means I have been created with the ability to understand the existence of the qualities of my source of existence fully. Right? But now I used some word words, particularly existence of the qualities of my source of existence fully, because I have been given the ability to understand who my source is. The prime reason for my own understanding, how I know the source of my own existence is, I am given the consciousness of my own qualities and the consciousness of asking the source of my quality, or my qualities, that the qualities that appear in my existence. Where did I get this? Right? We asked the question when we look at the painting. We said there is a quality here, which is the art of painting, and it is related to another source which has another existence of category, right? So I am seeing this word. This word is the word of similitude. All right, similitude means really this word has been created, and I have been created so that I will use the qualities of this word in order to know the qualities of the source of this word. Example. This is just an example. Similitude means really, in Arabic, mithal. Right? So we say, these are the mithal, the reflections, the manifestations of the qualities of the artist of this world. Of course, we should be very careful that the first example was within the universe. So if we take the first example and install this first example on, now we are talking about the relationship between the source of the universe and this universe, then it becomes a man with a long beard and long hair, huge, with a ruler in his hand, and the other ones, how is it called? Compass. And the compass, it means deliberately measuring out what will happen in the universe. This is just taking the example for just an example, similitude, for its own reality. It's the false conception. That is just human beings and their art relationship. What we are talking now, we changed if you like, the field of thought within, or put it into a completely different relationship. We have never seen the artist of this universe, so we don't see, we don't know which kind of being it is. And we never know, and we will never know the real essence of the source of this art of the universe. We are comfortable with it because when we are living in this world, we said that we cannot know the essence of the relationship between two different categorical category existence. So anyway, but it doesn't mean that we cannot know the existence of this relationship. It is, for me, if I deny it, I'm doing something against my own nature, against myself, because I have been given the consciousness. So I am aware of it. I cannot deny myself. For example, I am aware that I am being given the ability to speak. I am aware that I am given the ability to understand if anybody else speaks. Right. So we communicate between ourselves, but at the same time, these qualities are given to us in order to know source of our existence. right? For example, I know from my own existence that my source of existence gave me the ability to speak, gave me the ability to communicate, gave me the ability to understand if someone speaks to me, gave me the ability to ask questions, right? Why the things are as they are, or the very typical questions, very conventional questions. Where did I come from? What is happening to me? Why do I exist? Where am I going to go? Because I'm subject to continuous change, and I know that I have been brought to this world as a baby, and then growing, and then getting old and dying. Something is happening to my existence. Somebody is operating on me continuously. Yes? The source of my existence, which is subject to continuous change, and my existence is really, really very precious but very fragile, unstable. I'm subject to continuous change. I know that I was brought in this world, and I know that I'm going to be taken away from this world, and what is happening to me, I wonder. By looking at the universe, there is no source which will tell me why I am here in this world. Everything in this world is like me. It seems to be, although there is no need to claim that I am the best creature, none of my business, but it seems to be that I cannot see any other creature or the being in this world which will be the source of information for me and will tell me why I exist. So far, somebody may go to the Mars and bring somebody else. Okay, we will listen to him. So far now. But I don't know any other source. So I ask the question to myself through my own existential qualities, through my own qualities, which is very existential question, saying that, why do I exist? What is the source of my existence? Who has given me all these qualities? I am asking this question. I am a human being. So there is no source of answer to these questions within this world. Because I am here and deliberately made. I am an art. I know that this art is an artist. And I cannot deny that this art, the artist doesn't exist, but I'm haphazardly happening, because this word of similitude doesn't show me any example of haphazard happenings. Everything has a relationship, cause and effect relationship, right? An artist draw this painting. That's why this painting has the quality of an art, right? I know if there was no artist, there would be no art. If there was no art, I would never look for the artist. That's my experience here. That's my reality in this world, right, Habibi? So I have to ask, where is my source? Who is my source? Why did he make it? Because I am conscious. The painting has no consciousness, so that it will ask them, why did you make me the painter? Why did you make me? So, but in this world, we know that we ask. I'm asking, why did you make me? But you say, are you crazy? Who are you talking to? Mountains or clouds or the sunlight or what? Why did you make me? Meaningless. But I have the question. So definitely, the source, since he has given me the ability to ask the question, quality to ask the question, must tell me. Otherwise, it contradicts. Why? For example, I am hungry, there is no food. There's no such thing. There is no such experience that I'm really having in this world. No. There's an always relationship between two different objects. So I don't really ask the essence, the nature of the source of existence of this world, but I'm absolutely sure that the source of existence of this world exists. Can I ask the question which kind of being it is? No, I cannot. Can the painting ask the question, even it has the quality to ask the question, consciousness, who is my maker? And can the painting see the relationship between itself and the painter? Because the different category of existence. It can. But what we can do here as conscious beings, by examining our own existence, we know that we have a source, and this source is communicating with us through manifesting his qualities on us. Sure. Through manifesting his qualities on us. But what is the nature of this manifestation of the qualities? I don't know. Do I have to know? No. Because I am in a completely different category of existence. My source has a completely different category of existence. So I don't know the qualities of the one who gave existence to this world. It means the artist of this world, or the maker of this world, the creator of this world, whatever you use the word. Right? But I know it exists. And can I acknowledge his existence? Very easy. Look at the arts and see the qualities in the art and say, the artist must have these qualities so that he was able to make it. And here I am seeing the art itself. It's obvious. So I see no coincidence in this world. I see no accidental happenings in this world. Everything is continuously being put in a perfect conscious preference in a purposeful way. So fulfilling the purpose of the existence, for example, that I am aging, the things are changing, that the weather is changing. Think about this change in the world like this. Think about a piece of painting. And we are in the piece of painting. Conscious beings are in the piece of painting, in the example now, similitude. Because here I am, the universe is the art, and here I am questioning. Yes? So, we are in the painting, and we see that the paints, different kinds of paints are moving. But this is only one type of existence, painting. The one art. Not endless, limitless paintings are going on, and different kinds of manifestations of art is going on. For example, in reality, we see not only the painting, but we see the purpose, we see the meaning, we see the wisdom, we see, for example, the power of sight, power of hearing, power of thinking. We see all endless endless qualities manifested in this world. But let's reduce the example to only one thing. Art of painting. So we see that the paints are moving. And we are conscious beings. Right? We are conscious beings. We said, look, the paints are moving. And as they move, what they do, they make new paintings, new manifestations of art. Meaningful. What do you conclude from it? The painter is, in the example, of course, we said this is the word of similitude. So, in this example, he's really moving his brush, but using our experience. So he's taking these colors from here to there and making another combination. Let's say, if you like, we can use the film rather than a photograph. So in the photograph, we see only one frame. But in the film, it's continuously moving frames. So we know that the frames are really following each other. When we know that the filmmaker, the producer, meant to follow this scene by another scene, so that it will make sense. When we look at this, well, then it makes sense. So we don't know the nature of the brush and the example. We are using the examples, the brush or anything else. Maybe not the brush, but maybe using this spray. Doesn't matter. But we don't know the nature of this. But what we know, the maker or the artist of this painting is continuously operating. How? No, I don't know, because it has another category of existence. So the painting itself cannot really imagine a human being. Pain itself. Do you understand? It's impossible. But at the same time, if a part of the painting is a conscious being who has the ability to ask the question why something is happening, these conscious beings can easily ask the question, why is it happening? Oh, the painter is continuing, changing the art, his art, continuously changing his art. Right? Any questions so far? So what we know here, really the painting, but we are reducing the whole endless qualities of the universe to one. Yes? Painting. The painting is continuously changing. And I'm aware of it. What's beautiful? It means the painter is continuously, if you like, busy, as we understand, with me. He has not left me alone. Oh, it's beautiful. I know that my artist, my source of existence, artist is one word, all right? My singer, my architect, I don't know. Whatever you think, you make a word for it, so, and attribute it to the artist. Or whatever the qualities you see in this world, this is an attribute of the source of existence. Well, we are sure of it. And he is continuously, really being with me. So I'm asking him, what are you doing? Why do you do that? What were you expecting from me? But I have the ability to ask. Everybody asks this question. And he must respond. He must respond. He must tell me something. That is really the kernel, the gist of the text we have been reading, 11th word from the book Words, or why the creator of this world, the source of existence of this world, must speak to me and must tell me why I exist here, why he made me here. I'm a conscious being. I cannot swallow saying that, it's happening by themselves, and, in the course of time, the hydrogen will develop into a human being and ask his own question. I'm not ready to swallow the fairy tales. Yeah, billions of years ago, I'm looking at the world now, here. My consciousness has no source in this world. My power of sight has no source in this world. My reasoning has no source of existence in this world. I know that there is a relationship between the art and artist. And I know that there are different categories of existence. I'm absolutely sure of it. So why should I buy into legends? Legends to me. It is happening, they see that the paint is moving. That's very important. Paint is moving. Of course, if you go into a very micro world, you know that one molecule and one atom after another atom after another atom. And some people say, you see, this atom made the other atom. Can it make it? I'm a human being, and I ask the question. Can this atom make the other atom, give an existence to it? It needs to exist itself. What we read from the speech of the Creator that we receive, that He is guiding me to make sure that this world, this existence, has a source of which you cannot perceive the nature, or because it is different category of existence. But you can make sure the existence of this category of existence, that it exists. Do I know the nature of it? No, I don't have to know, because my responsibility is, because I'm not able to know the essence of it. I am not able to know the essence of anything. Atom moves, electron rotates, whatever, but the essence of it, I don't know. But what I know, what is happening there. So they say they see the relationship between the atoms of the painting. They say this made this made this. That's why this design came out. Would you believe? The painting, the atoms of the paints are making, by affecting each other, and this design comes out. If you believe that, through your experience in this world, you can believe that this universe has no source of source of its art. But I was going to say existence is wrong, because it is absolutely impossible to explain the existence of anything in this world by itself. It is impossible. You can ask a very simple question. Why does this thing, whatever you think, whatever the simple, maybe an animal, maybe an insect, maybe an atom or electron, whatever, particle, whatever. So why does this particle exist rather than not exist? It means very simple. We can discuss all this sort of matters. Very simple logic that we have, human beings, that if something exists, this thing not an only atom, the quality is also beauty, art, purpose, meaning, like consciousness. My consciousness. You can ask this question very seriously. If my consciousness or beauty or art or the atom itself, material being itself, although we know that the material beings are so complicated, when you go into the micro world, they are really so complicated. Nothing is happening accidentally at all. what is the reason for them to exist? Look, to exist. To exist. But they never, rather than not existing. Right. The reason of existence, if you say, I will complete this. If you say, I see that this color is coming up together with this color, and we call it in time. Although you can easily ask, what is the source of existence of time? And I am conscious of it. What is the source of existence of my consciousness of the existence of time? Source of existence. What, who, or what preferred the existence of anything to its non-existence? Any answer? We have never heard any answer to this other than denying the question. What's my question? I'm a human being. I have been given this ability to ask. It is with me. I am asking this source of the existence of anything. Why do they exist rather than not exist? It means there is a source of existence. And whatever the qualities we see in this world, has a source. So the source of existence of this universe is manifesting its qualities in this work of art of universe. And we are conscious beings. We are seeing the word of art, the work of art of this universe, and saying that these qualities belong to the one who preferred this world to exist to its non-existence. Do you understand? It really exists. So here comes the very famous guidance from the Quran. It is a very beautiful verse. It is a very powerful verse. Well, sometimes people appreciate it, sometimes don't. None of my business. My business is to understand the reality, what this verse, the reality of the message that this verse brings to me. وَلِلَّهِ مَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. This verse. وَلِلَّهِ مَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. When you see any piece of art in this world, the source of this art is the creator. And the creator is has another category of existence. You cannot relate it know the relationship. For example, وَلِلَّهِ مَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. Do you want a literal meaning? Literal meaning is very taken, in the translations very simply. The best example belongs to God. It will not. The best example is for God, this God. But of course, from the context that God is saying, if you start to understand, or if you want to understand the nature or the essence of the source of existence of any quality in this world, the source is always beyond your imagination. You cannot comprehend it, because by definition we said we cannot comprehend the essence of this essence of the relationship between two categories of existence. Do you understand? Even here, the paint and the painter, essence of this relationship we can understand. We cannot understand, but it's a good example for me. The maker of this universe made it for me as an example to understand the source of the art of this universe. And I'm asking the question, and I'm very comfortable by concluding that anything has its source of existence as long as they exist. Anything exists. So it has the source of its existence. When you start thinking or imagining or, I don't know, whatever you do as a human being, the source of existence of this universe, the speech says, although we know from our experience also in this world, we cannot really relate two different categories of existence to each other, saying that I know the essence of it. I know the nature of it. You can't. So between the art and the artist, we can't. But we know that the art is coming from the artist. His or her qualities are manifesting there. I know it, but I cannot really relate it. How do I do it? For example, if I had never experienced that a person is painting, I wouldn't know. I would say, there is a meaningful things going on here. It's made by a man. I don't know. I've never experienced. But because I have seen it, I said it's made by a man. But if I didn't know, I wouldn't know. But I would say, if the art makes sense, there's a conscious source of its existence. Right? This universe has a conscious source of its existence, and the nature of which is beyond my capacity. That means, وَلِلَّهِ مَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى means this. The source of existence of this universe is called God, and God is beyond your perception. What you can know that he or she or it exists, and the source of existence of this universe is the source of the qualities I'm seeing here. These qualities are manifestations of His qualities. Manifestations of His qualities. I know that. But I cannot imagine the maker. I cannot relate anything to its existence. Not only shape. For example, what is the real nature of His power to create? What is the real nature of His quality to know everything? No. But I know. Whatever I see here, I saw, for example, a perfect order in this world. I know that the source of this order exists. It exists. And source of this order exists. And He has the quality of being the source of this order that I'm experiencing in this world, but I don't know the nature of His quality of order. I don't know the nature of anything anyway. For example, do you know something? Do you have some knowledge of something? Yes. All right? Do you know the nature of anything in your being? Just you see some things are moving. Right? But you don't know what knowledge is, you don't know what love is, you don't know what hate is, you don't know what, for example, fear is.
I just know that it's there.
It's there. Are you sure of it? Exactly. So we know the source of this existence is not of the kind of this universe. Sure? The source of existence of this universe is not of the nature of this universe. It means the artist and the art, painting and the painter. We know that a painter of this painting is not the nature of the painting. Right? We know that. We are sure. But do we have any reason to doubt that this painting is the manifestations of the qualities of the painter? A painter. Something you want to do? Ask a question?
I guess the discussion today is leading me to the purpose, and it's not questioning anymore. I know it exists, but the purpose.
Purpose of what? Purpose of his existence or of
my existence.
Ah, yeah. He will tell you. Use your consciousness. He must tell you. Otherwise, it will be contradictory. Contradiction to what we are seeing in this world. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a purpose. And my questioning of the purpose of my existence is there. It has a purpose. This quality has a purpose, and there must be an answer. If there was no answer, like this, you are thirsty, water is there. You have ear, voice is there. You have eyes, objects are there. All right? You have the ability to understand the meaning's there. You have the question, answer must be there. Otherwise, it contradicts the whole picture. That's why our Creator must tell us, must speak to us. So we have to look for it. We have to look for who is speaking and what is the speech. Then when we come to the subject of the prophets, the messenger, etc., or the messages, the revelation, etc., we see that there must be some truth in them. You may not be happy with a certain source of certain person who says, I am the messenger. You may not be happy what he says. You may see some contradictions between what he says and what you experience in this world. But definitely you must have a source of explanations or answers which will correspond with what we are seeing in this world.
You said that God's image is manifested in humans. So
no. Yeah, okay.
Talking about like the similitudes and how we're like God's image. But like if he's like so infinite, why are we so finite?
No, not in image means the ability to understand his qualities.
His qualities.
Yeah.
They're infinite though, aren't they?
So what is infinite?
Like, why is it that we're finite?
No. In our being made, we know that we have a maker. Right? Yes. In our being made in an order, within a certain perfect, purposeful order, we know that this the source of existence of my being is orderer and purposeful orderer. Right? So, through our being transient, not being able to sustain our life, we cannot do that. But we know that the source of the existence of my quality points to the eternity of my Creator. From my being made, I concluded source is the maker. From my being transient, ephemeral, I conclude the source is eternal. So we are not thinking about the nature of eternity, because we cannot experience the nature of eternity. It is another category of existence. So this world has a category of existence like a painting. But the source is a human being. So from the art, the painting, we conclude that there is a maker of this painting which is not of the nature of this painting. It is another category of existence. So the another category is completely its opposite. For example, I am designed My source is designer. I am made, he is maker. I am ephemeral, transient, he is eternal. I am learning, he is the source of knowledge. Right? I have been given life from the beginning to my death. He is the source of life, means eternal source of life. Because eternal means whatever I see in this world is nothing but manifestations. That's why when the Quran says, as a source of message from God, how do we know? It says, La ilaha. It means you cannot find the source of existence of anything in this world. La ilaha means you cannot find any source of existence of anything in this world. La ilaha. So, illallah, the source is completely out of this universe. Out of this universe means out of the nature of this universe, not necessarily space-wise, time-wise. No. It's not of the nature of this universe. Can't be. The painter cannot be of the nature of painting. Right? It seems to be very simple. Yes, it is. Not complicated. But we have to get used to thinking that whatever we are experiencing in this world is the manifestations of the maker of this universe. That's it. The how I am now, because I am made as I am now. Right? Why, for example, why do you think the human beings can speak? Because we are made with the ability to speak. It's so simple.
Yes, so my question was, I just want to confirm a point, which is that you said that there is nothing that we observe, at least in this world, where a maker can make a thing that is of his nature. There's nothing that can be made of the nature of, like, I cannot make...
The maker.
Cannot be.
No.
Two
Because
things that are a maker...
different categories.
They have to be.
Different categories of existence. Different category. So we cannot really relate it. But we know that that different category definitely exists. Otherwise, with this ability or the consciousness that I have, I cannot explain the existence of this world, existence of the qualities of this world. Anything, whatever you see. But don't forget this example, inshallah, we have to stop now. The paints, the molecules, the atoms, the particles of paints are moving. Don't say that this paint came here and was the reason of the existence of the paint B. So paint B is the reason of the existence of paint C. Don't fall in this stupidity. So they are continuously given existence because every moment is a new existence. Giving. So we cannot really think about the nature of the Creator. We cannot really think in terms of the Creator. We can only think of what we see here. And conclude that is how the creation or existence is taking place. That's it. No speculations about the Creator and no speech from the point of the Creator. So we cannot say, He is absolute, so we are nothing. No, we are something, aren't we? So we drink tea. So we are. So, for example, that is a little bit hair-splitting, but it has been a problem within the philosophers, Muslims and non-Muslim philosophers. They say, my mind is not there. What was the word? For wahdat al-wujud in general? Come on. Pantheism, yeah, pantheism. We cannot really say, conclude that this universe has a source which is eternal, absolute. It means not of the nature of the created beings.
You're talking about the
So,
term as well?
whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah, in general, the term is generally used pantheism. We don't want to be technical.
I don't know what that means.
So, then,
Hindus are pantheists.
whatever. Okay, even if you don't know, doesn't matter. So, so technical words are not important. Yeah.
It's like the introduction.
So we what we see here, after concluding that, for example, this universe has a source, right?
Okay.
So this source is absolute, must be absolute, not limited. Right, we understood that. So if he is absolute, there is nothing else. There is nothing else existing. But why did we get this sign? So absolute source is absolute source, and I am here. I'm the manifestations of his qualities. I'm experiencing his manifestations of his qualities here. For example, looking at the painting. So look at the painting here, and you say that really, if the painter did not make the painting, did not manifest his qualities on here, the art wouldn't exist. Right or wrong? Right? Okay. Then this art has no existence. What's it again? The art exists there. But art has another category of existence, and artist has another category of existence. So if we didn't have the art, as conscious beings, we would never be able to conclude that this is the work of the artist. So it's very reality in this world. What we do here in this world, experience the art and saying that there must be an artist. That's it. Is there any need? Artist is the absolute one, infinite one, and then go and say that, this world doesn't have a real existence. No, it has an existence, real existence, within a different category of existence. But the artist has its own category of existence. So there is no need neither to deny the universe's existence nor to deny the existence of the creator of this universe. They exist both. How? One of them is the manifestations, the other is the source of it. We can comfortably conclude this and confirm it and say, yes, this universe has its creator and owner. We are his products. I'm proud of it. He's with me. He's making me okay. Why not? And I exist. He's feeding me. Yes? Now I'm using the Quranic terminology now. He's taking care of me. He's bringing me from one stage of existence into another. All right? We are going through. And he is going to take me into a completely different category of existence again. Why not? Here I experience another category of existence here. It means hereafter. Nash'atun ukhra or khalqun jadid. These are the language that we hear from the Quran. Another manifestations of existence, another a new creation. He can do it, can he not? Look at the universe. If you look at the universe and say that the source of the existence of this universe, think about it at the same time at the macro level and micro level, and within time dimension, changing continuously. Yeah? And the source of existence of this universe cannot give me another kind of existence. It's ridiculous. What? But here is the example. He's just showing it, that he can do it. I have to say, yes, he's taking care of my existence. He will take care of my existence even after I die, because my death is another kind of manifestations of his act of creation. That's what when I am born as a baby, Maimuna, do you like it? We were all like you once, but we grew up, and you will grow up, inshallah. Said, you will be given another type of existence, inshallah. So he will grow, she will grow, like we are doing, and because she is not going to grow, she will be given a new type of existence. Continuously we are giving a new type of existence. That's what we are experiencing here. I think we have to stop here. If there is no more serious, every question is serious, but urging question.
But will we have always this question, what is the essence of source?
Yeah, it is with us. You cannot deny it, but you can not make it work. Keep yourself busy with something else, okay? And forget about it, but it is there.
How can we connect to that?
Connect to what?
Because the paint, because it's on a different degree, right, cannot connect with the painter.
Yeah, what you came there. We said we cannot connect, we don't know the nature of connection. We cannot know the nature of anything, but we know the existence of it. It is the subject of another. So, inshallah. Like this. Next one, the previous one.
We've got on YouTube. So you can.
Said, yeah, you can really watch this. So connection is impossible, because there is no way to connect one category of existence to another one as far as the essence is concerned, nature of is concerned. You cannot. Can you connect the painting to the painter?
No.
We don't. After he does it, you see it. Yeah. So, but we are sure the existence of the painter. Are you?
Yes.
The pain is the witness for it.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة.